Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Going to be a little bit different this episode. I'm going to go through a history of my super coach just to see where I came from. And this is the reason I watched the video and I thought he showed his history and I thought it was pretty interesting. Um, but yeah, so this is 2023. This just shows 1,863, not great. But if you go back to 2016, this was my first season. I had no idea what I was doing. I think it was the first year Gorn actually became relevant. And as you can see, 1300, 1100, far out, 1100. I even scored 398 in the buy rounds, 593. There's some really below average scores here, and I was like 1100 consistent. That was my first year in Supercoach. 2017, you can already see once I start learning something or getting right into it, I can't help but improve and just look at the ins and outs and everything. Already the first round was 2019 points. 2,100, a lot of 20. Got a 2,200 here, which was really nice. Did drop down under 2,000, but really a lot of 2,200s now. And it was just really starting to get consistently around 2,000. At the tail end there, I did run into injuries. So, but it was a much better season than the previous one. And then again, now this is 2018. This was, I think, a cash league I played, thinking that I could probably better off get better in my last team, and then go on top again. So started off really good, 2100s, 2000s, consistent. Oh, there's already a 2300 and 2000. Yeah, 2333. 2470, and now I'm starting to get 2400s here, which was quite amazing. 21s, and then quite low in the rounds, but it wasn't like the 360 we got and the 960. This was a huge improvement. And then look at this round, 2698. This was my best scoring round ever. And I was probably in the finals too, which was quite funny. And I wasn't the top scorer in that round. Someone actually scored 2,800 in that league, 2,800. So that's unbelievable. That was 2018. And then thought I would get better again. I actually didn't go as well as the last season. Started scoring, but as you can tell, my scores became more consistent rather getting any of the low scores. So my bottom line actually improved. Not always my top line, but you can see the consistency has improved. 2410 was really nice. A lot of 21s. Not many other 2000s till the buy round. So consistently above 2000 this year. Didn't really blow away with with the high scores. When it did count, I was getting 23s, 23s, 24s. Yeah, I was getting 24s by the end of the season, 25-17 at the end of the season. So that was a really good season. Finished off really strong in 2019. COVID years I didn't really focus on as much. So you could really see the difference here where I wasn't focusing on anything here. And we sort of just gave up anyway. So we just sort of faded out here. COVID times we were locked down. Last thing we were thinking of, we did get a few scores here though. But my mind was elsewhere. We live in Melbourne. We got locked down the most out of everyone in the world. So yeah, we were a little bit distracted. Did quite well in snippets there, but towards the end of the year we faded out. Wasn't that bad of a season. Third round, 1638. I don't know what happened there. That was a doozy. So maybe something horrible went wrong. You probably might remember that round. I don't really remember because I was quite distracted that year. And then 2021 was very consistent again. So was getting back on the train again. So you can tell my bottom line actually improved again. Consistently getting above 2000s, which was really nice. Had that round, which was really nice too. 2,336. And you can see most of my scores were above 2000. Didn't get much lower. 25-21 was nice. I faded out towards the end of the season. Wasn't as great. So last year was definitely probably one of my better years. consistent. Just towards the end of the year, I did burn my trades, went quite strong and aggressive. Was my first league that we hosted on YouTube as well, or that I hosted, but you guys joined in, which was really good. But really was really good last year with 22, 24. So early in the season, it was getting 24, 23s, 25s. Much higher scores last year than usual. And also the scores above 2000. So you could just see the big improvement here. And the buy round was huge difference as well. 24s, 25s, definitely last year was one of my better years as well. But 2019 was the other year that stood out to me as well, which looked pretty good. Like, was it 2019? No, 2018. Just the 2698. That was amazing. But anyway, guys, I thought just to run through the history, you could just tell definitely improved on with last year. And when you actually try and improve your super coach, don't always look for your higher scores. You can always find your improvements from your lower scores. So you can see my better years were actually scores that I didn't ever get under 2000. But 2023, you can already see I've scored under 2000. We've tried really hard so far. We will bounce back hard, hopefully. And if you go through the graph of my previous years, you'll know I'll get above 2000. Chances are this next following round. So we just have to back ourselves to bounce back from here. And then just go hard, go strong, or go home. And I just thought I'd just show you the history anyway. I thought it'd be really nice. And, tell me what your best years were in Supercoach. When did you first start? What was your first year? Look at my first year. It was 1300s. I was lucky to get, I was lucky to even get average 1500 the first year. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next video.